Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do two things at one time. This is a light that's actually for an apartment building here in Pompano, Florida. And behind me is the Atlantic Ocean. And these lights actually have these shades here because it somehow messes up the turtles' nesting season. When they come up out of the Atlantic to lay their eggs in the beaches, these lights sometimes attract them across a fairly busy road, which you can hear behind me. Atlantic's actually on the other side of that busy road, but only about 200 yards away. So they actually had to put these areas of dark at the back of the light, and I'll show that to you. Second reason I want to show this is actually having to do with the phases of the moon. Normally we talk about 8 phases of the moon, the first one being the new moon right now, which means that the illuminated section, or the side facing the sun, is away from the earth. This actually happens from sunrise to sunset because the sun comes up and the moon is going to be in the same sky, so we don't get to see any of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around this moon. You can see the right side and the left side, and I was on my knees, so I'm going to stand up so I can move around here. And now you can start seeing the right side is bright. These are called the waxing phases, or the enlarging phases. And at somewhere we actually start calling this a crescent, or as my daughter used to call it, the fingernail moon. And that gets larger and larger and larger. And then somewhere when we get about here, it actually works out to what's called the first quarter. This is the waxing quarter, or the first quarter moon. And then we keep moving around. You can see more of Pompano Beach in the background. Keep moving around, and then we get a gibbous moon where it's mostly illuminated. That's moon 3, moon 4, the full moon, which looks like this, and there's that road I was talking about. And right on the other side of that road is about maybe 200 feet, 300 feet of beach, and the turtles come up there. And then if we keep moving around the moon, you can start seeing that the right side now getting dark, so the left side is lit up. These are called the waning moons. They're getting smaller moons. And then we end up going toward the gibbous. And then we go to the last quarter, or the waning quarter. And then we move to the last, or the waning crescent moon, which is moon 7. And then we move all the way back to the new moon, 29.5 days later. And that's the end of the phases. Thank you.